baby!
Bro Church is a highly sophisticated podcast, hosted by highly sophisticated people. If you believe that, I'll tell you another.
All right, we're back here. That's the Dave and Felix. This is Bro Church episode. Don't remember. We're doing this. We're doing this in the morning where I still got my robe on, and I got my Papa Bear mug, and we decided to do this early Sunday morning.
This one,
best effing uncle ever. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, from Kirsten.
There you go. Hey, we both played that pretty well. We got gifted coffee mugs, and It's early Sunday morning. We're doing a little bro church on the day of Sabbath.
Day of Sabbath.
This is very holy of us.
Oh, wrong Sabbath. My bad.
Yeah, no, that's a different Sabbath.
Black Sabbath. Whoops. My bad.
How you doing, man?
Hanging in there. I guess pretty good. Waiting for Christmas coming along.
It is Christmas.
I can already feel my bank account draining. You know, as the kids get older, the gifts gets more expensive and shit. So.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you on that. It's one of those things where I'm like, and of course Alexandra does it all, and I'm forever grateful for that because I don't really have the energy. I'm a big I don't want to fucking do it. Just nobody gets anything.
Nobody gets it.
It's just so fucking taxing. No pun intended.
Yeah, she is the spirit of Christmas. I tell you what,
Yeah,
she really sets it up, man. That's something else.
She is, and sometimes it's hard for her because she's human. But I tell you what, when it comes around, she turns it on. You know, like her and my mother-in-law make Coquito, and so I got a couple bottles stashed away. You know,
oh yeah,
you know
what? I wonder if I should make that this year.
You should.
Yeah,
it's a little late, don't you? You better get going.
There is time. We still got the New Year's. We can slam it down.
We'll bring some on Christmas when we come down for Christmas. We'll bring a couple bottles. Yeah. Because we always end up having extra ones that sit around all year. And then I tried drinking a bottle of Coquito once in like June that sat in my fridge, and it just wasn't good, which I was surprised. I was like, I thought maybe because the alcohol would preserve it a little bit longer. But anyway. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, yeah, so did you get finished with your Christmas shopping I only get my wife, like we get each other one gift. Sometimes my wife kind of goes and gets me maybe a couple extra, but I try to I just get one big gift. And I say, there you go. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I'm in debt more.
Yeah, I'm in debt more. Way to go. Honestly, what we try to, she wants more time than anything else. So we always set up like a time to just hang out for Christmas. So, but I'm a gift guy. I like to give her something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes it's, I don't know, like a bata, like a robe or something like that. Sometimes it's just me wrapped in a ribbon. And then when she looks at it, she's like, no, I want the receipt. I'm like, I appreciate that.
She's looking for the gift receipt.
Trying to find the gift receipt.
I got 30 days to send this back to Amazon.
This one seems broken. I gotta send this one back.
How do I regift this? I've already gotten this.
Yeah. Did somebody order this from Wish?
It's the worst
not what I
Etsy
expected.
gift ever. Etsy Dave.
The Etsy Dave. Just send it back. Some assembly required.
Are you a sentimental gifter, or do you just kind of like get what somebody wants?
I guess you just forgot who I am. Am I really
You can be sentimental in your own way.
I don't sentimental gift though. Did I ever sentimental gift?
You don't get anything that's like
sentimentally
like,
My wife does. My wife does.
I know that.
Really cool sentimental gifts.
Yeah.
I'm like, here's a bathrobe because I don't like your other one. That's about it.
I know you told me what you wanted, but I wanted you to have this instead.
Yeah, because
those are my favorite. When like, when people are like, but this isn't what I asked for. But that's not the point.
Yeah, that's not the point.
Is I get you something.
Yeah.
If this is just get me what I want, I'll get it any other time of year. Yeah. Now, sometimes for the older kids, it's different. Like I'm just like, look, you guys are getting old, so just tell me what you want, and I'll get you a gift card and go get it. You know what I mean? Like Merry Christmas. But like the young kids, I'm like, let me just get you like, let me surprise you with something that I know you'll like, as opposed to being like, this is what I asked for and this is what I'm going to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand how people do that, where it's like it's a transaction as opposed to the thrill of what did I get for Christmas?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because there are times where as a kid, you opened up gifts and you didn't like it, but your mom or dad were like, you say thank you.
You're going to like it. Yep.
You give a hug and a kiss and you're going to wear that.
There we go. I got this little damn thing on my.
Yeah, you gotta step your presentation up, dude.
There we go. Let's hide that.
Yeah, hide that stain.
I don't know what the fuck that. What is that? It's a dust stain. Well, it's gone now.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Presentation. That's what I do at the Christmas tree. Half of it's wrapped, the other half is in the front. So,
how do you wrap your gifts?
Duct tape. I did that one year though. I'm like, you know what? These kids are gonna work for it.
You gift the utility knife first, like you're gonna need this.
You're gonna need this. And some electrical tape just in case you cut yourself.
You get like a pack of Stanley blades. Here's a 50 pack of Stanley blades. You're gonna need that.
A pre-kit to open up presents. No, I remember one time when me and Ronnie were first dating. I said, I always used to tell her, I don't know how to wrap gifts, and she's like, oh, okay, I'll do it. And she would wrap all the gifts, I appreciate it. And then the one time she got sick or something happened that I had to wrap gifts. So I'm wrapping it and it's coming out perfection. She's just staring at me. She's like, I thought you didn't know how to wrap gifts. I was like, I didn't want to do it. She's like, are you fucking serious?
So you know how to wrap gifts?
Oh, I know how to wrap gifts, man.
Dude, I'm
pretty good at it.
I'm horrible.
It's an art form.
It is. Alexandra's phenomenal at it with the ribbon curls and all that.
I would sit there. Remember when Park City used to have the wrapping stations?
Yeah, I think they still do. Don't I think they still do?
Do they? I don't know. We don't have them now.
Most stores now seem to have it anymore. Most stores.
Nope. You gonna wrap it yourself is what they're saying.
Well, Delaware. It's Delaware. No offense.
Yeah. They're gonna. We survive our own here.
Yeah, I know.
So I would stand there and literally watch them and learn how they wrap the gifts. I'm like, oh, that's how you do it. So, and practice. But now I'm a good gift wrapper.
Yeah, I always have extra folds. Like when I start folding it and I'm taping it, then the ends, it's just way too much paper. So I'm folding and then I'm folding the folds and then it becomes just tape it and just now it won't sit flat. The box is like all like rocking because of the folds. And it's just a shit show. So I do gift bags if I can. I'll do gift bags with some tissue paper. Mm-hmm. I'll get creative, but. Yeah.
We used to wrap newspaper back in the day. We used to use newspaper, the comics.
Use the funnies, yeah.
Yeah, the funnies, wrap it up. We used to use the paper bags from Walmart or like those paper bags, just cut them up and then start wrapping them from there, like smaller gifts, Yeah, but the bigger gifts, we'd use newspapers and stuff like that and put them under the tree. So
you ever think about spray painting the actual box, the gift itself? Just spray paint it.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea. Just spray paint the whole thing.
With the gloss finish,
Yeah. Let it sit.
And then wrap a ribbon because I'm nasty with the ribbons. I'm nice. That's
all you gotta
about
do
it.
is peel and stick, dude.
No, not the bows, the actual ribbons. You know, like you gotta wrap it, tie it. Then you take your knife and you do a little ribbon curl.
Oh, you do the ribbon? Yeah. Yeah, I don't do that. I just peel and stick.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. I never understood the ribbons.
It just gives it a nice finish. You know, nice.
Yeah.
It just gives anything a look of effort.
Yeah.
Like, look what you got me.
But that's the thing is like, especially when you have kids, they don't even look at that. They want to tear it up to pieces, and it's like, no. Do you not understand the work I had to put into this? Like, look at the freaking present. You're gonna open the fucking thing piece by piece.
My mom tapes the shit out of her gifts.
Yo.
And there's times where I'm so used to just kind of like running a finger to break all the tape open on one side. And then when I get to one of her gifts, I almost just like bend a finger because it gets caught in the 13 layers of tape.
It's something else when you you can take the gift out and the wrapping is still in perfect shape. It never.
And you don't want to throw it away. Like, I can actually use this.
You can. It's a box.
It's a holster.
It's a holster. You can put it right back underneath the Christmas tree, just like nothing, because the thing never actually fell through. Oh my god!
It held its shape. It's like an exoskeleton of a gift, of a former gift.
Yeah, yo, I don't know how much your mom must put in stock for tapes, man, because she does. She puts a lot of tape. I mean, they come out beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, they come out beautiful. But man, good luck trying to get into those gifts.
Yeah, and I remember growing up watching her set up a little wrapping station in her room with the ironing board, and my wife will do the same thing, or like just like sets the whole situation up where it's just like this. It's like Santa's little workshop in our family room late at night or in our bedroom. And I try to help, but by the time I get done with one, she's got 5 done, and it's a science. And I'm like, I know she does all the work, but I'm extremely grateful for it. And so I get her a good gift to show my appreciation this year. I'm not obviously not going to say it now, but I got her something that has been needed, and I hope she's. I'm trying to score some brownie points here, Dave.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Did I get any? Yeah, I got the boys done. I'm still working on Christmas shopping piece by piece.
Yeah, you start Black Friday shopping, or do you start early on?
Actually, I get really good deals on Black Friday shopping. But this year, the only thing that anybody else is getting is prayers. So this year, people are getting prayers for Christmas.
Dude, there's times where I'm like, we just don't have to get everybody.
Yo, seriously, you're all getting prayers. Like, I got a prayer sent up, Merry Christmas.
You should just send a card.
I can't even afford a card.
Send a text.
I'm just gonna send the emoji, the praying hands emoji, Merry Christmas.
My dad would send the e-cards. He would send
I remember that.
Those electronic email cards, and he'd have to open it, and I'd be like, it's actually pretty creative. Sometimes you just got to save money and be like, hey, listen, it ain't happening. And I don't ever feel bad for it. It's always like a thing for kids. It's the kids, really, that you want to give them something. And I remember as a kid, the thrill of it. So just watching the kids kind of go through it and watching our kids get bigger. And being able to like show them the other side, where Oz is behind, where the wizard is behind. The curtain. That's cool because then it's kind of just like now you see like, whether we're working our asses off for it, whether we're wrapping the gifts, whether whoever's involved in how we're doing it, especially like like my wife. What we go through to just give these kids an experience.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's worth it.
What's crazy is as they get older and the gifts get more expensive, we start coming up with some Trump charges and start saying, you know what? Before it was about the gifts and just seeing their expressions, and every year you're paying more and more and more for one gift. So then after like at 14, 16, you're like, you know what? You're going to learn about the spirit of Christmas. Some bullshit term we're going to learn about. It's not all about the gifts. It's all about the cheer and family get together. Like you come up with that Christmas bullshit, that one in the chamber. You keep it in the.
We set them up too. Like they're like for the first 10 years you've been doing it this way. Now you're holding it against me.
Yeah, no, we're sitting down, family time. That's the spirit of Christmas. But I wanted the PlayStation. Shut up! You're gonna sit there and gonna spend family time. That's the true meaning of Christmas this year.
Or like those memes where the guy like puts bows on the light and on the running water.
Oh yeah,
on the food in the refrigerator. This is what I got for you for Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
My dad used to say when I was little, when I would be like, or one of us would say, "What's for dinner? What are we eating?" And he'd go, "Hopa, zapato, casa, comida."
Oh, we do that now. We do that here.
And I used to hate it, but now I get it. You know, now it's just like, hey, don't worry about it. I take care of all this for you. You're gonna get fed. Okay, you got it all.
I come up like again, more fucked up reasons. Like they're like, "What's for dinner tonight?" Well, son, today's the day you're gonna learn how to survive on your own. One day you will learn.
300.
Just come up with the speech. Not everything in life is given to you. You're gonna have to work for it. I'm like, I just wanted to know what was for dinner.
Squirrel, let's go in the back.
Squirrel, we're gonna go hunt for it. They were like, what? We used to make waffles for breakfast. Not today, buddy.
Yeah, it's the holiday season. It's the Christmas season. Whatever you're celebrating, Christmas, Hanukkah, fucking Kwanzaa, whatever. It's the holiday season. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves, at least relaxing. I like to get into the festive spirit. And speaking of festive spirit, Dave, let's just get right into it, shall we, brother?
Let's do this.
You, my friend,
I hate you, by the way.
We
just want to.
You were tasked with watching a rom-com, holiday rom-com, with your wife, my sister. How did it go? What did you
I like
watch?
these false statements that you come out like you were tasked.
You were tasked.
You went around my back and used group message.
We talked about it on the podcast.
Talked about it. Yeah, you're right.
And they all saw the podcast. I didn't say anything that they didn't already know.
And I sat there thinking that I was going to get one over and be like, all right, I made it to the next podcast without having to watch the show. But then suddenly, the betrayer, Judas, comes forth, places a kiss on my cheek, and says, I need you to watch a podcast tonight. And I'm thinking, all right, cool.
You need to watch a movie tonight.
A movie tonight, the rom-com tonight, so we can talk about it on the podcast tomorrow. I'm like, all right. But he knows me. Yep. So instead of private messaging me,
I did private message you.
Yeah, and then went right into the group chat where my wife is like, hey, here's a good idea. So of course I was like, I'm all for it. I support this message. I'm like, betrayer. Fucking at two. You can just feel it. I'm like, what's this? Oh, it's a fucking knife.
No, that's love, Dave. It's love. It's the knife of accountability. It's love. Mm-hmm. It's not stabbing you.
How much did they pay you? The Romans, the coins.
All right, cut the shenanigans. Let's get
anyway, so I didn't watch it last night. I watched it this morning because my lovely wife was ahead of the game.
Okay.
So we picked one that said, anyone but you.
Okay, let's see if I can pull this up here.
So anyone but you. The only thing that caught my eye was the fact that it was the lead character from Twisters, and since I like the movie Twisters,
so this isn't a holiday rom-com, but you watched the rom-com.
Yeah, I watched the rom-com. I know you wanted me to watch a holiday rom-com, but I can only do so much, Felix.
Okay, fair enough.
Because this is brutal. Because I watched maybe 10 minutes of it. And then I got the text that you're getting ready. I'm like, yes, this is a good excuse to walk away. But just in the 10 minutes of it, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, okay. It's a lot of dumb things going on here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. When you got a character already saying, just in the first 10 minutes of the movie, already saying, well, I don't like labels. That's one good comment. And then another one says, I don't see people, I see souls. And I'm like, all right, so this is where we're headed. This is where we're headed. I don't see people. I don't, I only see souls. I'm like, okay, so if somebody mugs you. So this is what I'm thinking when I see this, because they're trying to obviously be romantic. I don't see people. I only see
Who
souls.
said that? Was it the guy or the girl?
No, it was a side character, one of the friends, Like, hey, can you describe, can you see that person? Well, I don't see people. I only see souls. So I'm like, all right, so if somebody mugs you in the street, how are you going to describe that person? Said person. Well, officer, I only see souls. Well, what did his soul look like? A ball of light. All right. APB on a ball of light. Like, all of a sudden, when they're describing somebody that got mugged, now they see people. Like, come on, man. So this is what's going on in my head. And obviously there's, shenanigans and stuff like that in rom-com movies, like trying to make it, I guess, rom-com-ish. And I'm sitting there like, why would you do that? Don't do that. It's not practical.
But
like,
it's supposed to be. I'll tell you what. Okay, look. Let me just share. Let's watch the trailer together.
Why do you do this?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's do it.
Here we go. That's it.
Okay, Sydney Sweeney. I've seen this guy in some stuff before. Glenn Powell. He's in the Hitman rom-com.
Yeah.
Let's just tell everyone we're together.
What?
Yes, I like it.
There's no way we can convince anyone we actually like each other.
Okay.
Trust me.
Yeah.
We're at a wedding, a million miles away from home. Who knows what could happen?
Who knows what could happen?
Yeah, okay, I see there's a lot of nothing being discussed in this trailer, Dave.
Thank you. See,
Convincing
ball
enough?
tap.
Is that what it felt like? Did it feel like you got...
That's the best representation of the movie that you could come. You're like, oh yeah, and then ball tap.
It felt like you got ball tapped.
That's what it is.
I'll be honest, that trailer didn't tell me anything, but it was a rom-com and you watched it, and I'm proud of you.
Yes.
Did Ronnie like it?
Ronnie liked it. Yeah.
Did she pick it?
She likes movies like that, huh?
Yeah. She picked the movie.
She was putting up choices, but
Okay.
I was like, she first picks it, and I look at it, and I'm like, all right, let's just watch that one, because I'm thinking, all right, Twisters was a good movie. This might actually be a good movie.
And that Sweeney chick is in Twisters, is what you're saying?
Nah, Sweeney chick, Sweeney, whatever her name is in other movies that I don't know.
Who's in the Twisters movie?
The lead character.
The guy. Oh, yep. I didn't know.
Yeah, he's in the new Twisters movie.
Oh, okay. Okay, so anyone but you. Congratulations, Dave.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
They're really good.
What, Twisters?
I survived.
You survived.
The rom-com.
The rom-com was pretty good. You liked it? It was all right. Was there any action in it? Any?
No.
No.
Nothing.
No.
No. Nope.
Well,
nothing.
All right. Well.
It's just, yeah.
But
nudity,
you did it.
There was a nudity.
You did
That's about it. But I did it.
You did it. Now,
yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Dave.
I hate you.
I'm going to now. I'll watch something that you want me to watch.
Alien. Dude, you gotta watch a horror.
But I like horror. What kind of horror do you, what kind of?
Dude, what movies don't you like?
I don't like anime.
Ooh, should have never said that.
So, I will watch an anime.
Yes.
Just to return the favor.
How about I'll do you one solid. How about you watch Demon Slayer?
Demon Slayer?
It's not a movie. It's a couple episodes, but if you can watch a couple episodes, watch.
Wait a minute. How long are the episodes, Dave?
30 minutes, 45 minutes. They're not long.
How many episodes?
A lot.
You said a couple.
Well, you can watch a couple. I'm just saying there's like 4 seasons and shit, but yeah. Pretty badass though.
Okay, so this movie, I'll tell you what then. You watch.
Oh, you know what? I got you. I need you to watch. Don't watch Demon Slayer. I want you to watch. Oh my God, the one on Amazon, Secret Level.
Secret Level,
Watch Secret Level, and then let me know what you think.
season 1.
Yep, because then you're gonna understand Warhammer. Hell fucking yeah.
I saw that there's a Warhammer movie coming out.
Secret Level. That's what it is. You
No,
gotta
but
watch that.
there's an actual Warhammer movie coming out.
Yeah, with
Henry
Calvin.
Cavill, yeah.
Helvin Calvin, yeah. And the only reason why it's taking so long is because the producers or whoever he's talking to want to rewrite it and make it their own shit, and he's not for it. He's like, we're sticking to what Warhammer is. So
Okay, this is interesting. So there's
but yeah, Secret Level. You need to watch
this is
that.
seasons. One season so far, 8
Yep.
episodes.
One season you can go through and like honestly in an hour. They're like 15-minute episodes.
Yeah, 16-minute episodes. Okay, so all right. Okay, I'll tell you what. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah. You're gonna and one of them has Keanu Reeves in it.
Playing a character or as himself?
Yeah, no, playing a character.
Okay.
As himself, if that would make sense.
Is that Meteor Man? Who is that? There's a picture of a person that looks like Meteor Man or
Mega Man.
Mega Man, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this like a
Season 2, I think season 2 is when they're going to have Mega Man in.
But is this like a combination of different characters or is this
different games? Yeah, the storyline is different games.
Holy shit, okay.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
pretty fucking cool.
Okay, I'm going to watch it. So Secret Level.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to watch it. And then we're even.
Then we won't be even.
Yeah.
No. Whatever.
No, I'm
You
just a
believe
good
so.
sport. I'm going to do what you did. All right, so that's good. Good for you. I
Yeah, Secret Level.
appreciate you. You watched a rom-com. And just imagine every holiday. We got to watch a holiday rom-com, but we'll get to that some other time.
But I did. Well, no, wait, it's not. Candy K Lane is not a holiday one, right?
What's that?
Or a rom-com. It's not a rom-com, is it? No, it's already a family one.
What is it though? Candy Cane Lane?
Candy K Lane is with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Where that one?
I mean, you did watch it. Is it a family movie? Is that what it is?
It actually is a good one. Yeah, it's a family Christmas movie. I sat there. I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty good.
Okay. All right,
Yeah, I
then.
was like,
I
all
mean,
right,
it's not a rom-com, and that's what you hate. That's what makes it funny, is that you hate it, so you're gonna be watching it. But you did watch a holiday movie. I'm proud of you. You're showing a lot of growth.
I'm trying. Next one, I want to watch is Red One.
Red One. Yeah, that looks kind of. I want to watch it, but
I want to watch it just for the fun of it.
Yeah,
it's a new take on the whole Christmas holiday, so we'll see what happens.
I haven't seen Violent Night yet, and I want to watch it.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah, yeah.
Almost had me choking there. You have to watch it. Violent Night is actually a good movie.
Yeah, no, there's a sequel coming out for that too.
Yep. You're not gonna be disappointed.
All right.
Yep. So, Violent Night.
All right. So let's move on then. So I want you to kind of take this over because last week we went to Jersey to support you in the passing of your father.
Yes.
And I asked you before we recorded if you wanted to talk about that, and you said you did. And it was important for Alexandra and I to be there because you have always been there for us, especially when my dad died, and of course, me and Ronnie are sister and brother. So, so go ahead and share and just share what it is you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, first off, it was amazing seeing you there. Like it literally reset everything in my brain, so I didn't know how to act. But I didn't realize how much I needed that support there.
Yeah.
Because I was just filled with all types. Because losing a father, you're just filled with all these types of emotion, and with the past that we had, me and my father had, it was just all over the place. So when you showed up with Alex, I was like, oh, there's a piece of home here, so it really, when they say a good family is like an anchor, ain't no lie, dude. I sat there like, okay, I'm anchored.
Yeah.
I'm good. I was able to handle it and control, a lot of the high emotions and work through it. Um, so yeah, I wanted to, I don't want to deep dive into whole
Yeah.
past issues with my father, but I just want to talk about, like, it's crazy how different we all process loss, emotions, and stuff like that. So, especially, I don't want to make this a just men's channel, but it is something else the way guys deal with emotion. Like for me, I just go quiet and get inside my head, and I have to get busy. If I'm not busy, then I'm sitting there thinking, and it starts to gather and start to, build. Um, and I get angry. You got the anger starts building up. So the last thing I need is to be there around my family for something that they didn't cause. You see what I'm saying? So,
Right. Right.
and also to you carry, you know, being fathers, being males in a household, we carry this we have an image to uphold, as the strength of the household, or
The
the shield
anchor.
of the household, the
Yeah.
anchor. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So when and Ronnie's teaching me this, she's like, you gotta learn how to talk, you gotta learn how to express emotions. But I'm like, but part of me is like, if I express emotion, it shows part of my weakness, and then my kids are gonna see it, and think, it's just gonna domino effect. But that's not the case. It's just something that society has given us to walk with, and that's something that I'm working on, slowly working on, because it is an uphill battle, but it is a societal image that we have to uphold. For what reason? You know what I mean? Because then we teach our kids that. And luckily, my wife has been amazing with teaching my kids and how to speak, how to talk, because even they come to me and say, Dad, what's up? Talk to me. It's okay to show emotion. It's okay to speak. But, as you saw, good old Patterson, the humble beginnings. Emotions is what gets you into trouble. You can't show that type of emotion in places like that, because they eat you alive for that shit. So
Yeah.
being raised in that type of environment, growing and then just dealing with it. So now I'm in an age where I have my own boys. I don't want them to go through this whole societal patriarch shit of the man of the house has to show, you know, courage and emotionalness and just deal with it, So because it's a struggle, because we can say all we want and say we're not dealing with it. We can say all we want that emotions are weak. We can say that, we're strong enough, but in reality we're really not. In reality it just starts to build. It starts to get heavy. And after a while, we're not subconsciously we're reacting to what we have issues with, and be it at a snapping point, like we'll snap at other people for no reason. We look for not violence, but we look for a fight, an argument,
Yeah.
just because it helps us get it out. We look for things that work. We avoid, because we're so involved with work. So we use that to avoid our emotions. We use that to avoid our household. We'll leave the house for some reasons, like, oh, I gotta mow the grass. Even though the grass is pristine, I'm gonna mow the grass and work on the lawnmower. That's how you deal with emotions. But yet, you when you do that, you step out. You leave your family behind. And they're sitting there waiting for you to get back. There's more to it than just, like, it's easier. It was just me. It was
Yeah.
just me.
Yeah.
I can just be completely involved and don't ever have to think about it. But it's not just me, and that's what I need to get used to. And not used to, but understand that when I leave, or when I get too busy in a project, or because I don't want to feel it, I don't want to talk about it. What's the point of talking? That my whole theory is, what's the point of talking about it? What's it going to fix? You know, and that's wrong. It actually does help. It does fix, but I need to understand that. Like, I understand it up here,
Yeah.
but down here it's like,
Practicing is different. Yeah.
yeah, that's a difference. Like I can teach somebody physical therapy. I can teach somebody how to get stronger, but if this doesn't connect with this, you won't lift, you won't do workouts, you won't eat right, You know what you do, you know what to do, sorry. Um, you know the steps. We're not dumb. We understand what needs to happen, but we have this image to uphold,
Right.
and sometimes this image is what breaks us. Sometimes this image is what puts that nail into our marriage, puts that nail into our relationship with our kids. They see us snap, they see us, get quiet. That's the other kick, because sometimes it's not all about yelling and screaming. Sometimes the hardest one is when you're completely quiet and disconnected. That's my problem. It's where I just cut everything and I just don't want to talk about it. Just sit there on the couch and watch TV or paint my Warhammer characters, which honestly is therapeutic. But because then my son comes. The one thing about painting the Warhammer characters is, at first it was my solo thing where I can just forget. But after my father's death, I would paint, and then my sons would come down and paint with me, and just we'll put on something on YouTube, like a little show or something about lore that we're paying attention to, but we're not, kind of background music. And we have these moments of quiet moments that are filled with, serenity.
Yeah.
Like we just sit there and just paint, and he's talking about, the colors and the paints, and Michael will come down and talk about his ideas, his movie ideas or action scenes ideas. And we just talk, and it's like, wow, I didn't realize how much I need this, and how healing that is to sit there and quietly, but also express, our thoughts, our unfiltered time together. So we need to get into a point in this new age that it's all right to talk, it's all right to express, but it's hard to put down the hammer.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the things I've learned is that it's a balancing act of both, because one of the things I told Alexandra is that as much as I am able to share a lot, it's very difficult to share it all. And I may never really be able to 1000% share it all, because as a man, I'm just protective of my family and what my sharing, how will that impact the family? So as a man, you're programmed to be like, don't worry about me. I'm going to worry about you, but don't worry about me. Where I feel like now I'm at a point where I know that's not healthy, but I don't think I can ever really give it all to you, because as a man, instinctively, just a man, it's not even society. It's just a man is really just going to be like, I got you. And I need to, if anything, really open up and be transparent with my wife and make sure she knows I'm okay. And my children to a degree, but there's always just that little bit of like, as a man, it's just like I'll share everything with my wife and my kids, and we're transparent, and my kids know where I am, and I talk about like my anxiety, and I share with them things that I never heard from my dad. But then there's always like a little silver lining of, but I'm okay, don't worry about me. And I think as a man, I think for me anyway, I look at it like the sweet spot for me is, how can I get to the spot where I can be available to my kids emotionally way more than what my parents were, but not put myself in a compromising position where my kids don't want to share anything with me because they don't want me to worry, because they don't want me to stress, because I've been open about my anxiety. You see what I'm saying? So there's like a lot of levels that I think and I only bring up as a man because we have a 93% demographic of the podcast that's male. I'm not blind to that. Even
Yeah.
though we really want to have open conversations where both men and women or non-binary, they can relate, but I'm aware that men are listening and watching because we talk from a male's perspective, a men's perspective, a husband's perspective, a father's perspective. So it's 1000% important to be like, this is where I am. This is what I'm dealing with. You're right. There's a lot of times where being silent is like the default because you're just trying to internalize and figure it out on your own because a lot of us are used to doing that. And I feel like when you're painting your Warhammer shit, or when guys they do cut the grass, that's therapeutic too in a way too. It's but it's just like don't look for that, and not look for other avenues as well. Like you figure growing up, like generations before us, especially men of color that were coming from different areas of the world that were coming to America. In our case, from Puerto Rico, they didn't know the language, but they had that male instinct to take care of their family. Didn't know how to do anything but work, and didn't know how to vocalize their emotions. So there was a lot of drinking involved, or a lot of drug use, or things that
gambling,
things that were that took the man away because he didn't know how to. So I think like we are doing a hell of a job, considering where our like grandfathers and great grandfathers were. I think we're doing a hell of a job, but there's always like this, how can I get my children to level up, especially the boys, especially Caden and Gabi and Michael and Rafi? Like, how do we get them to where, because as a man, you don't want your son you don't want him to lose being a man. And I hate saying it that way.
Yeah, but
because I'm not trying to be dismissive, or I'm not trying to I can't even think of the name right now. I'm not trying to be a male chauvinistic pig. As a man, you want your son to be emotionally available, but also like there comes a point where you're like, all right, we got to go. But how do we do that without dismissing how we're feeling inside as well? So it's like this balancing act. You know what I mean? And I think you're doing a hell of a job. That's why it was important for us to be there Saturday. And that's why I handled that with Ronnie, because I didn't want to really bombard you with it, because I know how you are. Because I know like instinctively you're just going to be like, don't worry about it. I don't want it. But it was more so like, but it just needed to be. And sometimes other people need to make that decision for you because you're just not in that position, because you've got other things that you're dealing with. And at that time it was your father and the emotional roller coaster of the relationship that you had with him. It was going back to Paterson, New Jersey. It was being in that environment. It's a tidal wave of emotions that you're not really aware of until that moment comes and you're hearing words and you're hearing your loved one being referred to in the past tense, or it's like, it's a weird, like, oh, I thought I could handle this, but this is actually hitting me now. And just having somebody there, like you said, to anchor you, like just being there, not even saying anything, not just being there, knowing like we got you. Because at the end of the day, as men, like, we want that, even though we're not gonna like vocalize and we're not gonna be like, I need it, but we're gonna be like, I need it. You know what I mean?
It was something, like I said, it was a new. It was experiencing that and being aware of it. Being aware, like, oh shit, I needed this. Like, because you're right. I already told Ronnie was pulling out sending out the feelers to see if he wanted to come up. And I was like, no, I don't want him to be there, to deal with all that, just because, that's part of me just trying to keep, my people safe from high emotions and stuff like that. So, but realizing that, I'm sitting there like, wow, I didn't realize how much this was needed, and it's something that it was a new level of learning, even for myself, that I'm hoping to pass to the boys, like, accept it. If somebody's willing to be there for you, just say yes. Just don't have to make it this whole, emotion thing. Just say yes, because it will be an emotion thing that you realize you needed.
Yeah.
You needed that anchor, you needed that support. And honestly, I always thought in a sense of, we'll sit there and kumbaya and talk and all that, but it's not that case. There's emotional support where it's just complete silence.
Yeah.
Emotional support of just presence, the presence of it. And I think that's what, as in our roles, that we appreciate. It's just that presence, and we don't realize we appreciate it until it happens. So I think that's something that it's a good start as men for us to realize, just get that support. Yeah, even if it's a silent support, understand and recognize that it is that support. And you're right. We live through our lives, and it's and you the choice words of saying like male chauvinistic,
Mm-hmm.
we, even if it's not male, we fit a role. We all play a role in this world. It's a role that we fit in, being the role of the head of the household, the alpha, all that other
Yeah.
crap that's labeled up. um but it's something that we accept regardless of who you are. It's a role that you accept, and we take that role serious, to the death. That's what it is, because we have a role of the protector. We have that role. Do we choose that role? Yeah, fuck yeah, we choose that role. Do we want that role when we have it? Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
We don't know that we want it until we have it, and then we're gonna do everything we can to keep it.
Right.
Ain't nothing, the role of the protector, the role of the leader, the role of the alpha, if you
And
want to
that's
call
the
it.
instinctive thing I was referring to.
Yes.
It's like,
Like-
it's just not a matter of is this right or wrong. It's a matter of this is just how it is for me.
Yeah, because like, let's be honest, men and women can be protectors. Like, it doesn't have to be just the husband or the
Sure.
man of the house. There's literally, it's not even a man or woman thing. It is a role thing.
Right.
When you assume the role of the protector, assume the role of the quote unquote alpha, because being an alpha doesn't have to be a guy thing. Being an alpha is the leader of the pack, regardless of what it is. You assume that role. And when you have
Right.
that role, or that role is blessed upon you, you're going to do everything you can to keep it, because you understand not because you're being cocky about it, not because you're being like prideful about it. You are given a responsibility to maintain and make sure that the pack continues to survive. Like the whole, I love the reconstruction, or actually, no, the truth about the alpha and the wolf pack. The one who wrote the original study in regards to the alpha is always up front, admitted that he was wrong. And studies show that it's not the alpha
The
who's
alpha's
in
in
the
the
front.
back. Yeah.
He's in the back. So yeah, he's fucking tired because he's keeping up and making sure everybody's staying in line. The older wolves are falling behind, so he stays and pushes them forward. He stays in the back and makes sure there's nobody sneaking up to attack the pack. And the leader is the female. She's up front. She's making sure the way is clear. Like, it's amazing how just this simplicity of this setup, writes how we are as a family,
Yeah.
writes how we are in our roles, So imagine being in the back and you're alone as the alpha, as the male, or sorry, as the alpha, as a role of the protector, of the guider, of this, the, what do you call it when you, the provider, and you're alone in the back. So of course you're going to be like, yep, no, I'm good. I'm good, because I don't want the pack to look at me and think, oh, he's falling behind. Oh, he seems emotional. What's going on back there? Like, they need to keep moving forward. But if you really study it, the female, or the partner, let's just say that the partner of the wolf comes over and checks. the alpha. Hey, how you doing? All right, I'm gonna go back up. When you say I'm good, or they keep checking, even though they know you're not good, they keep checking regardless. Like even when there's a battle or a fight, it's known that the female wolf will go. She's not cowering underneath the male wolf. She's actually going underneath the wolf to protect its neck. Because that's where other attackers will attack. They'll attack the neck of the wolf. So they actually will go underneath the alpha's neck to protect it. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's no conversation. Obviously, they're wolves. They're not going to be like, hey, what are you doing? There's none of that. It's just a simple presence. And that's what we need to take from this, the simple presence of your partner coming in and protecting your neck.
Yeah.
Essentially, metaphor to your emotions,
Sure,
metaphor to your well-being. They protect your neck. That presence, it needs to be acknowledged and realized, like, oh shit, this is what I need. And when you start there, you start to realize that your walls start coming down. You start to realize that you're going to talk more. You start to realize that you're going to speak more to your kids. Try to speak more to your spouse. And to me, the reason, when I don't speak a lot is because, especially to your spouse, is you don't want your spouse to see you as the weakness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we tend to pull away more from our spouses than we do our kids. Our kids we show because we're trying to teach, we're trying to help grow, nurture, but our spouses see us for exactly who we are. So when we get into these depression states, when we get into the anxiety states, when we get to these, sad, somber states, we are showing our spouse exactly who we are. And that, to a lot of people, is like, whoa, you are wasting too much. I need to back off. So you go to work, you stay there extra longer. You stay longer in the garage doing
you go to the
bullshit work.
bar after
You go to the
work.
bar, you start to drink, you start to do extracurricular activities because you're running away from your spouse, and you're not running away from them per se. You're running away from the fact that they literally see you. They know exactly who you are, and you don't want them to see you like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's a battle, because you don't want to lose your role, especially this role that's, like I said, and it is a blessing. It's a role that you have. You don't want to lose it. So when you think you're going to lose it, you're going to do things to try to prevent that. And sometimes those things are more harmful than good. So it's a learning lesson.
I like it. You got to protect your neck, little Wu-Tang in there.
Yeah, protect your neck.
Protect your neck. No, I love it, man. I appreciate that. That's why I let you speak, because, we have a lot of shenanigans and whatnot, but we also have a lot of deep conversations, and I wanted people to know that, sometimes life forces you to slow down and have these conversations, and I felt like, the last week was a great opportunity to shine a light on it and have it, and it's imperative that even these conversations right now that we're having right now is growth, and it's healthy. So thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Let's start wrapping this up here. I want to get into how the last week was. Obviously, before I get into the horrible week I've had, my wife and I would like to just congratulate my oldest, Kirsten.
Yay!
Graduated from college on Tuesday, this past Tuesday. Unfortunately, my household was hit with a stomach bug the same damn day. Except me, but my wife and two daughters were, needless to say, out for the count. My wife wasn't able to go to the graduation, which she was torn up about, but we were grateful that you, Dave, and my sister and the boys, my mom, members of Kirsten's mom's family were able to come as well. We saw her graduate, and so, like, a lot of things were running through my mind. Like, I'm watching her. It's the first time I ever saw my oldest, and I saw her as a grown woman. Even though I could tell for the few years now that she was becoming a woman, just her poise that night, the way she was interacting with the family, it was different. It was like she is a woman now, and I just remembered teaching her how to crawl, and I would put a coffee can on the carpet and force her to go get the coffee can, and then as soon as she got real close to it, I picked it up and I moved it on the opposite side, and she would sit up on her butt, and she only wearing a diaper, and she would just kind of scoot and then go back I'm like, man, I just remembered this was just yesterday, I feel like. So shout out to you, Kirsten Rose. We're proud of you. But unfortunately, it was kind of like the worst timing ever. We woke up, dude. We woke up like Tuesday morning at like 1 a.m. Chloe comes in. She's not feeling good. She's in our room. Now, Chloe's had nights where she's gotten really emotional and like dramatic.
Yeah.
Because she's got a burp, but she thinks it's the worst. And she's crying and she's crying. And I'm like, I got to be at work at 6 a.m. because it's the graduation today. I'm working early so I can get out early. So I'm like, I want to go lay in Chloe's bed since she's not laying in it. And she can lay here with my wife and she'll go to sleep. 4:30 in the morning, Alexandra wakes me up. I need your help. She's throwing up. I'm starting to feel sick. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, well, I'm going to get up anyway at 4:30. So I get up. I look over at my other daughter. Mind you, Ava's sleeping still, sound asleep. Go into the bedroom. There's my daughter with a bucket. And when Chloe gets, oh my God, when Chloe gets sick, dude, where she's throwing up, she becomes so, I don't know how to do it. I don't want to do it. Why? I don't care. And I'm like, just relax. We're like, just throw up she used to throw up sporadically. Like she wouldn't want to go in the bathroom. She wouldn't want to go in the bucket. She would just look everywhere and just shoot vomit everywhere.
Yeah.
But at least she was doing it in the bucket. But then my wife's in the bathroom throwing up. And I'm sitting there like, okay, I can't go to work at 6. I'm going to have to go in at 8 until my in-laws get here. But within that time, I realized I can't go to work because Ava woke up crying because she threw up all over herself in her bed. So now it was all this within like an hour and a half. And so I'm running back and forth between Ava, Chloe, and my wife. I called off work, didn't have any time to use. I'm like, fuck, my wife's already pissed because she already knows right off the bat. My wife's a nurse, so she already knows she's not going to this graduation.
Oh, no.
And it's killing her, you could tell. And it's like, I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, please, I can't get sick. I can't. And I didn't. Luckily,
no.
But what happened was, the next couple days they were dealing with tummy issues. Alexandra got a little worse, but was it by Thursday? It seemed like everybody was okay, but then I started getting the runs a little bit. Nothing bad.
Yeah.
And then like Friday night, I came home from work, and it seemed like everyone's starting to feel a little better, and Alexandra's like, this is the best I felt all week. And I'm like, yeah. I said, maybe tonight we'll get a full night's sleep because, mind you, it's like, they wake up crying every night.
Yeah.
Nah, Ava woke up throwing up in her bed Friday night. Rushed in there 1 a.m, cleaned her up. Don't know what that was all about because she didn't throw up again. Didn't throw up all day Saturday. Saturday night, last night, she woke up.
What is it?
And she's like, oh, and I'm like, I'm sorry, let me back up here. Friday night when Ava gets sick in her bed, it wakes up Chloe. So Chloe now wakes up and she's like, oh, I'm scared. I don't feel good. And we're like, no, you're fine. You're just panicking. You're paranoid.
Yeah.
We were up for an hour just with Chloe, just being dramatic. So last night when Ava starts getting sick again, I take Ava out and I take her downstairs with a trash can. I'm like, you are not waking up Chloe. Because if you wake up Chloe, it's another hour and a half of dramatics. As soon as we got down to the family room, blah, all over me. Mind you, I'm wearing this robe because my favorite robe got thrown up on twice. Alexandra and I, dude, have been dealing with. I had an event last night that I was going to go to with the Equity Council. Shout out to Lancaster Equity Council. They were having an event. I couldn't go because we were dealing with what we were dealing with, and I didn't know if we were carrying anything. You know, like it gets to the point where you're like, I thought we were done. Maybe we're not. So we all stayed in, and I'm glad we didn't go because our babysitter would have had to deal with Ava possibly throwing up. Who knows?
Nah, yeah,
it's just one of those things where I'm like, this whole week,
sucks.
dude. And I'm like, dude, can we just have one night of rest?
Yeah.
It was a stomach bug and they say, you know, this stomach bug is really different. It's a new stomach bug. You hear that all the time.
It's always a new one. So, yeah, it's always a new one.
My favorite thing is this, dude. You say something like this. Yeah, I feel sick. I got like the stomach. Yeah, that's going around.
Yeah.
Everybody says that. Yeah, it's really going around. Listen, now that I told you, you pay attention. When you say it to somebody, well, yeah, that's going around.
I hear it all the time. I hear
you don't say.
Oh, yeah. That must be a new strand from China.
It's really going around. No shit, it's every year. It happens every year.
Every fucking year. Oh, it's a new strand. It got smarter. I'm like, all right.
So it's been, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I think we got it from some family that visited Sunday last week, and it's just like it happens. But I tell you what, man, it's when my wife has a kink in her neck, and it's driving her crazy. Stress can add to that, so you're losing sleep, you're stressed out. I'm telling you, it's just been one of those weeks, bro. So it's kind of like the highlight watching my oldest graduate. And the low light watching my other children, my girls and my wife just fall apart, and you can't do anything.
It's just a reminder. That's all it was. It was just God's reminder. It was like, it's not over yet, bud. When you see your kids graduate, you're like, yes. Oh, they're moving on. And God's like, nope.
I know. I did.
You're still in it. You're still in it.
That's why I said this to Alexandra or somebody. I said, I fuck around, and I found out I got myself two new babies, and I'm the happiest man in the world. But I'm reminded right away, like, hey, and me tell you something. These girls have thrown up on me more than Kirsten and Caden had, and I thought Kirsten and Caden threw up on me a lot. I've gotten my fair share of vomited on clothing. Projectile to the side of the face.
Oh,
I've gotten it all, dude. I've gotten it all with them. It's
nope.
And the worst is hearing them like, "Oh, it hurts. I can't. Why me?" Yeah. Chloe's like, "Why? Whoa, I can't. I don't want it to."
See, that's a rom-com to me.
That's not a rom-com.
Is for me.
That's a horror flick, dude.
It's a horror rom-com is what it is.
Oh,
I can't do it. Dude, I remember once Gabriel thrown, I can't remember. It was like 9 or 10 years old. He was sick. He was laying in bed, and he was feeling messed up. So I'm like, all right, let me prep. I'm thinking, I'm going to stay ahead of this. I got him a little trash can with a bag right next to his bed, to a point where all he has to do is turn his body and go right into the trash can. Like, I lined it up. I fucking tape measure, laser lights, getting all trajectories, geometry, trajectory, all that shit. I got it all mapped out.
Plumb level. You dropped the plumb level.
Yeah. This is like the epitome of life right here. You can plan as much as you want, but we had spaghetti that night too. That was even worse.
Oh my God.
He turns his head and he goes, bleh, and misses the trash can completely. It's all over his bed. It's all over the carpet.
Yep.
And then I'm coming in there and he does it again. And not even aim, like he's awake now. He doesn't even aim for it. He's like, well, I figured he was already there. I might as well.
Oh my
fucking
God.
Serious? I'm I'm so freaking mad. I was like, just use the trash can. I was like, but I already threw up. I figured nothing's gonna
What the
get
hell,
worse.
dude?
Like,
Kaden
what?
did the same thing. Alexandra should tell you that story because I had to go to work and she was stuck with both kids. And Kaden literally was just laying it the same way. He was just like laying there and she had the can there for him and he didn't even make an effort. It's like he threw up on himself. He was just like, "Ugh." And she was like, "What are you doing?" He did it like, and he would be like, "Oh, I don't know." Again, back to the Rocky Balboa.
Yeah,
what do we do?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm getting the text. I was working at FedEx, and I'm getting text messages. I'm like, I just left there. They're, oh, dude, I tell you, when your kids get sick, and it comes down to that, you have to have a stomach for it because it's hard if you don't have a stomach for it. And Alexandra, like, she doesn't really, she'll do it. But I know that it's she'd rather not. So there's times where like she was taking care of the girls throwing up and I'm like, go. Like I'll take care of it, just go. Cause I don't want her to get upset. And then I gotta, and of course she got sick and then my father-in-law then now has it. We found out yesterday he's not feeling too good because they were coming over and helping. God bless my in-laws. So it was just one of those things, like, you know, I got to see my family coming to visit to share the time with Kirsten, but my wife missed out. So my daughter and son come home this week today.
Oh, cool.
So we're going to finally, you know, spend some time and celebrate hopefully with Kirsten, with Alexandra as well. And, but yeah, man, that's the time of life where you're watching your kids get older. You know what it's like. You're seeing your boys get older now, and it's like the 20 years goes like this. So it's just like when I was 22, now I'm 45. My daughter is 22. It's very like, whoa, man, my life it's moving and the window feels like it's closing. So you're trying to do everything right and live this life the best way you know how. Because now it's just kind of like, I don't know how much time I have. Hopefully I have another 45 years. Yeah. You know, but fuck, until then, it's balls to the wall and it's fucking, I'm trying to watch my health, but I'm also trying to live life and enjoy it, you know? And so...
You know, back then you used to plan for parties, plan for, you know, fun stuff, plan to just hang out. Now planning for endoscopy, planning for
I know I got
colonoscopies.
Like, I got to get that scheduled.
I've got my balls fondled so many times by doctors. It's getting to a point where I just walk in there with them hanging out. I'm like, you know what? What's the point of keeping them tucked away?
I had a doctor's appointment. And I had to cancel it because of the sickness. And then that doctor's appointment, I'm like, I got my back, I got my lower back, I got some situations. I'm just get this colonoscopy scheduled, and I'm like, let's
at
just
this point, they need a Walmart Supercenter doctor, where the doctor just does it all. You can go in there for
DoorDash
cavities.
doctor. You need a DoorDash.
Yeah, DoorDash doctor. Oh my god.
Dr. DoorDash.
Doctor shows up. He can do your cavities, your colonoscopy, and your prostate check all at once.
He takes debit.
He takes debit.
He takes Bitcoin if you're lucky enough.
Yeah. Checks your vision while he's working on your cavities.
Do you see the house? But do you see the house? Do you see the house now?
Doc, I got it. There it is.
A root canal while you're trying to read the bottom 5 lines.
Or even better, you get a root canal. Okay, turn your head and cough.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's a good
the
talking,
qualities
man.
of grown up.
Yeah, man. Well, is there anything else you want to get into, dude? We're about an hour and 8 minutes in.
No, we're good. I mean, if you want to talk about the fucking drones in Jersey,
yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Because where's this at in Jersey? Because here's the thing, dude, is I saw it and I can't tell if what I'm watching is some superimposed, some fucking AI shit.
I don't know. Apparently, it's happening because they're trying to shoot it down. I've seen local on YouTube or on on TikTok or whatever they have it on. Now they're trying to shoot it down. There's all these drones just flying around. Now, obviously, ain't flying around in Patterson because them shits would have been hot wired and taken.
Let's see.
Like a drone hijack. I think it's more mid Jersey or South Jersey, but they're staying away from the hood section because they'll get shot down real quick. But it ain't just Jersey. Apparently, it's all around the world. The sightings have become like daily now. And even the aliens are no longer like, if they are aliens, hiding it. They're like, yeah, we're here. We're just checking out the place. It's like we're the zoo and they're the visitors, So
yeah,
apparently these things are happening a lot more.
After weeks of drone sightings, New Jersey remains on edge. This was 16 hours ago.
Yeah.
New Jersey military base has 11 confirmed mystery drone sightings.
Mm-hmm.
FBI says it has no answers for drones seen over New Jersey. So this is pretty interesting.
Yeah. And this is all on the steps of, the government letting everybody know that there are UFOs out there or UFOs. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
What is why? Okay, so mysterious drones. Here, hold on a minute here. Let's
Oh, you doing the clip thing? Look at you.
Mysterious drones reported. What the hell?
Pick another one. Let's see what you got there. What the hell?
I just want to read this.
There it is.
After weeks of mysterious drone sightings across New Jersey, residents in other East Coast states have started to report similar occurrences. Maryland, New York. I saw an article that said Virginia. Huh.
Yep. There's a lot of East Coast, man. We're getting all the drones.
So, but we don't know if what's the talk? Is it this was last night beginning at 9:45 p.m. I personally witnessed the video. This is Governor Larry Hogan. I'm assuming of Maryland. I'm assuming those are the drones, the lights there.
I'm assuming.
I don't know, Larry. I'm a little upset with Larry's video here. This is like the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, I'm assuming I see the lights.
They're lights.
But I mean, the videos I saw were people were they were like moving.
Yeah, there's some of these are pretty detailed. But it's I don't know, man. Just get ready for the shitstorm.
So this is Independence Day is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying, man. Remember that?
Yeah.
For weeks, people across New Jersey and nearby states have reported seeing drone-like objects flying low in the night sky. And it keeps happening. For perspective, more than 1.7 million drones are registered for commercial and recreational use in this country.
That's just an example.
CBS's Allie Bauman is in Seaside Heights, New Jersey, with what residents are now demanding. Allie, good evening.
Good evening, Jerick. And as more and more reports of these drones come pouring
in,
some lawmakers
You're killing me,
here
lady.
in New Jersey.
Let's get right to it.
Drones in total,
there it
literally
is.
Around. I
Go
saw
right
about
there.
10
See that?
Whoa.
literally
Yeah.
around the apartment.
Drone sightings.
So, okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a drone.
Yeah.
So, but
so I don't know. Some jackasses probably thinks this shit's funny and sending up like $1 million drones and shit flying around, but
you're saying across the world?
across the world, dude.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Texas. Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, I
Nothing
guess
in Delaware. Nobody wants to come to Delaware.
Well, but you know what this means? That we finally got to send Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum up into the mothership so they can put a virus into it.
Shit up. Yeah. I'm telling you, dude.
Blow it up.
Oh, look at this guy. I just seen those drones.
But yeah, they were mine. Sorry.
Yeah.
We were racing drone. We were doing a drone race.
Racing drone.
All right, so your home state of New Jersey is pretty much going to be where the Independence Day showdown is going to take place. Is that they're going to touch down?
I don't understand.
The aliens are going to touch down in Jersey.
We're going to somehow make this a tourist attraction.
Right there, along with the Sopranos memorabilia, and tour guide.
Man, those drones were actually aliens coming down. Like, hey, let me talk to you real quick.
You know, when we were in Jersey last week, and we after the viewing, we got back in the car. We were waiting. I looked up. How close am I to the Sopranos house? And we were 30 minutes away, and I was like, oh
yeah.
But the sun was starting to set, and we were on time crunch. Otherwise, I'd have been like, I'm going to go drive to Tony Soprano's house and take a picture in front of it.
You could drive. You were only, 10 minutes away from the butcher shop, the meat market?
Was I really?
You were only 10 minutes away, yeah.
I didn't bother looking up any other area. I just it wasn't. Oh man,
it was all around there. Jersey City, Newark, Patterson. Yeah, it's all around there.
All right. Well, I guess
minutes away, man.
I'm gonna have to venture back into Jersey just for Sopranos' sake.
There you go. Good for you.
All right, man. Well, good conversation today, as always.
Hell yeah.
Any plans for you today? What are you up to?
No, I'm going to do a Christmas drive. The firehouse has this Christmas thing where we take the fire truck and another utility vehicle with lights, and we go through the neighborhoods, and Santa is on the fire truck. Yeah. And they go around the neighborhood, and Santa comes out and say, what's up?
All right.
So, it's pretty cool. So do that from
brother.
Majority of the day. Other than that, just hang out.
All right.
Oh, I gotta look at the van. I gotta look at the van now.
Gotta do some work on the van.
ABS is acting up. So.
Yeah, I got something wrong with my truck. I can feel it, and I had it fixed last year, and now I got a feeling it's the same thing. And I'm like, man, I've had this truck now for 2 years. I'm not really ready to put it. I want to get a new truck, probably every 5 or 6 years. But I just want to have a Silverado. A Chevy Silverado, a black one. But anyway, it's like one of those things where I'm like, this is paid off already, and
Yeah, it's hard, man. Once it's paid off, you're like, I can push it for another couple of years.
But nonetheless, man. All right, well then, enjoy your day, enjoy your drive with Santa Claus, and try to get yourself some. I guess you don't have any coquito until we bring it, huh? You're gonna have to make some.
Until you bring it.
I'm going to drink some right now.
Lucky.
Yeah. Well,
That'll help the stomach virus.
It will. It'll settle the nerves. All right. That's the Dave. I'm the Felix. This is Bro Church. Happy Sunday. Y'all be safe.
Peace.